Updating certificates in NS Enterprise. Once the senior officer checks the certificates due for renewal, the next step is to assess whether to create a service requisition or a work order. Once the work order or service order is completed and closed, the new updated certificate shall be available in the vessel and thus needs to be updated in NS Enterprise. In this module, I will be teaching you how to update existing certificates in our system. So to proceed, go to Maintenance and Purchasing module and select the Maintenance menu. In the Maintenance menu, drill down the class information and select the Survey or Certificate Manager. The list of certificates available in your vessel will then be displayed. For this example, we will be updating our mooring winch brake holding power certificate. As you can see, the next due date is on April 24, 2017. But let us assume that we've already done this test and we already have the new certificate, so we will proceed in updating it in NS Enterprise. First thing we do is we open the certificate. So I have a few simple reminders. Be careful not to click on these areas, the last issue, the next due, or the schedule date. Because once you clicked on this part and selected a date or accidentally clicked a date, it will automatically create a new work order. And once there is a new work order, it will be irreversible. So be very careful on these areas. So in opening the certificate, just click on the certificate name and double click. So this is the standard job for your mooring winch brake holding power test certificate. To update, first we go to the Work Orders tab. In the Work Orders tab, you can actually see the past certificate updates of your brake holding power test. Okay, so let us proceed to create our new work order. Click on this icon, new icon, and click. So automatically, it will create a new work order. The first step that we need to input in our new work order is the schedule date and due date. I have a few reminders in updating the schedule date and due date, so kindly take note. Assuming that our new certificate has a new expiry date of March 7, 2018, we have to adjust our schedule date, and this is how it goes. For example, the next due date is March 7, 2018, and the interval of the certificate is 12 months. We have to subtract 12 months from the interval. So March 7, 2018 minus 12 months equals March 7, 2017. Therefore, we have to fill out March 7, 2017 in the scheduled date and the due date. So March 7 and also in the due date, March 7. Okay. So we're good with the schedule date and due date. Next is we have to fill up the description box. So we'll just type in update certificate. Next process is to link or attach the updated certificate in our work order. So we go to the File Attachments tab. Just right-click and click Attach. Then you have to locate the actual certificate so we can link it to the work order. Okay, so assuming this is your certificate, just click on the file and click link. Work order created, just click OK. And make sure that the replicate checkbox is ticked. And then we can proceed to completing the work order. In completing the work order, just input the date of issue of the actual certificate. So assuming that the date of issue of our certificate is March 1, just type March 1 or just click March 1. Make sure to double check in the actual certificate. This operation will complete the work order. Proceed. Just click Yes. And now that you have completed the work order, you can proceed in closing the work order. Just go to Process and click Close. Proceed to close the work order. Just click Yes. And save. And now we have updated our certificate. But in the maintenance manager, the certificate manager, it won't reflect on that quickly. So we have to recalculate our maintenance schedule first. So let's close this one. We go to the maintenance menu and drill down Tools. Under the Tools, click Recalculate Maintenance Schedule on your navigator. Okay, so there are following options, whether a complete calculation or a revised calculation. When we say complete calculation, everything in the system will be recalculating and will take a longer time. So for revised calculation, all the items that you have changed or updated recently will then be updated. So let's just select revised calculation and click OK. And let's just wait for the system to recalculate. Scheduling completed and just click OK. Let us check if the system has already updated in our certificate manager. And let's check out the mooring winch. As you can see, it is already updated. The last issue date is March 1, 2017, interval of 12 months, and the next due will be on March 7, 2018. And that's how we update certificates in NS Enterprise. For updating of certificates, it can only be done and accessed by the master and the master alone. Frequently asked questions number 1. What if you found out that the certificate interval in the actual certificate and the interval in NS Enterprise differs from one another? When this instance happens, just send a message to the NS5 system support so they can make the necessary changes in the system. Frequently asked question number 2. So what if we accidentally clicked on the last issue date or next due date or next schedule date and it automatically created a work order? And as I said earlier, this is irreversible. Please message the NS5 system support so they can cancel this work order.